Hi everyone and welcome to FXDD webinar. My name is Nena. Today we are going to see some extreme 1-minute scalping. This is a trading system that is based on 1-minute time frame, and it's only for traders who are focused, who want to be very active in the market, and also for traders who want to see something new, something different from, let's say, intraday trading or intra-week swing trading. Before we start, have in mind that Forex trading carries a high level of risk that is not suitable for everyone. Please ensure that you fully understand the risk involved before you start trading live, and everything that you see and hear from me is my personal opinion only. On these web addresses, you can sign up for more live educational and, of course, live trading webinars. Okay, guys, so we are ready to roll. Today's agenda: Scalping Explained, Extreme Scalping Explained, Extreme 1-minute Scalping System. Okay, so this is what we are going to talk about. First of all, what is scalping? That is a quick way to trade markets. And this is basically something that a lot of traders like to use. But the important thing is that scalping is not, it shouldn't be done on a frequent basis, especially because markets can be rangy. Scalping is always best traded during active markets, when markets are also trending and when markets are moving. But if the markets are ranging, then scalping can be a very bad way to trade. So you always need to check whether a market is ranging, and of course, because you will be trading this on 1-minute time frame, you need to check whether 1 minute is moving. Even, guys, believe me, sometimes even 1-minute time frame is also very slow, especially if the day is not very active. So scalping is a quick way to trade markets, and as I already explained, it's very momentum and volatility dependent. Each form of scalping, including extreme scalping, uses a very small stop loss. It's also done on lower time frames, and usually time frames for scalping are 15 minutes and 5 minutes, and of course 1 minute is again extreme scalping. It's much faster way than normal scalping, because normal scalping usually 5 minute, even 15 minute. But 1 minute, it's something that is very fast. You need to be very focused, and you need to be ready to pull the trigger whenever you see a chance to trade the market. There are no specific rules for extreme scalping, except that you need to use the system. You cannot judge the price action on 1-minute time frame. And what is important, you will see a lot of important price movements on 1-minute time frame that can be only used for scalping, because I personally don't know if anyone is using 1-minute time frame except for maybe pinpoint the exiting market, or again extreme scalping. Many setups during the day. You need to be calm, you need to be focused, and it's important that you understand how you can do it. Extreme scalping is exclusively done on 1-minute time frame. If you want to scalp with the system, you really need to be focused, and you need to be paying attention to charts. You need to trade pairs that have small spreads. So I advise spreads that are less or equal to 2 pips. The lower the spread, the better for extreme scalping. You don't want to be involved into scalping that for the pairs that have bigger spread, because the spread is very important, and the spread is the difference between buy and sell price, guys. So it's very important that you trade with smaller spreads, and that you pick with markets to trade with extremely small spreads. It's important that with this system you can trade any market. Of course, I'm talking about, and I'm referring to Forex market. So you can try to see if it works on cryptocurrencies. You can try to see if it works on commodities or equities. but I tested this system a long time ago on a 1 minute time frame, and I even tried to trade with it, but I'm very, very busy today, so I don't have the time really to just scalp. Also, it's not my preferred way to trade. I prefer intraday trading, but I understand that a lot of people are always searching for some scalping system, scalping methods. So this is one of the systems that could be useful for you scalpers. Also, this system is traded during active markets. And now pay attention, because you cannot trade whatever you want each time you open your platform. So you need to trade on during active markets. Active markets are London Open, okay? Please check your time to see when London opens for you. You need to know your time zone, of course, but I'm sure that you know, because you probably all are traders. So London Open and the first 2 hours of London session. So it's important because usually during the 3rd hour of London session, markets will move, but then again, there might be some way of profit taking, because London noon is when London traders also take partial profits. So the best is to scalp during the first 3 initial hours of London session. Then you can scalp during New York market, okay, and the first 2 hours of New York session. Then Tokyo session and end of Tokyo session. End of Tokyo session is important because it prepares traders and markets for upcoming Frankfurt session. After Frankfurt session, there is London Open. So which markets to trade? Of course, as I say, this is 1 minute time frame. So picking up the markets is not that important. What is important is that you know what to trade according to how market is moving. So just pick an active market, and of course do this on demo account before you start trading live. You want to practice this system. You want to make money on demo account, and then if you really can make money on demo with scalping, guys, then you should definitely try to do the same thing on real account. How I did it, I always when I started live trading, just before that, I had a demo account for a full year, and I treated the demo account as if it were for a live account, and only then I was ready to trade live when I saw that I was in profit. So that is my suggestion to you. Always pick a system. And after you pick a system, let's say something that you prefer, like this scalping system, and after you do it, try to do it on demo account, but also deposit the same amount of demo as you will deposit on the live account. So you have the feeling how the things might go with your trading. This is just a quick introduction to extreme scalping system. We do it on 1 minute time frame. The indicators that we use are Bollinger Bands with a 30 period and deviations 2.5. Then we have RSI indicators set on 14 with 70 and 30 levels. And the rules are very, very simple. Price should move above the upper or lower Bollinger Bands. RSI should raise above the 70 line or below the 30 line at the same time. I will show you this on a real chart, but just to have a slide, you can snapshot the slide, and this webinar is being recorded and it will be uploaded to YouTube. So you will be able to watch it as many times as you like. And the target for a move is middle, upper, or lower Bollinger Band, depending on where the candle closed in accordance to upper or lower Bollinger Band. Stop loss is 5 to 10 pips. And this is how it looks. So all these indicators are easily found on MetaTrader 4. You can download the MetaTrader 4 from FXDD website. And these are the indicators. If you right click here on the screen, you will see these indicators. So we only use 2 indicators for this simple scalping system. So it's Bollinger Bands and RSI. Here you need to change settings. 30 period. Deviation is 2.5. You can change the color if you want. And of course, you leave the shift at 0. And RSI, relative strength index, period 14. And if you go to levels, you leave it as with 70 and 30. So this is important that you understand that these are the settings that you should not change now. I mean, markets are constantly changing, but this extreme system is adapted to current market conditions. And I prefer to use bar chart for this. So these are candlesticks. You can use bar charts, but you can also use candlesticks if you think it's easier for you. No problem. Let's use, for example, the candlesticks now. So how you trade, guys? You first, as I said, you need to see if the markets are going below or above Bollinger Band. Okay. Also, if you don't have a very visible lines, this is how you do it. You just change the color of these lines. I went to the indicators list, relative strength index, and I changed the color to blue. Okay, leave at 70 and 30, and you will see this much better. Now, when markets go above the Bollinger Band, okay, and then and when the price goes above the Bollinger Band, and then it closes inside the Bollinger Band with the next candle or with the same candle, the RSI should cross below for short or above for long. Below 70 for short trades, okay, above 30 for long trades. And it's also important that before you actually make a trade, RSI should be above 70 for short or below 30 for longs. So, and you don't trade if, let's say, a signal given, you cannot make more than 3 or 4 pips. So you don't trade. You can alternatively trade only if you say that the distance between, let's say, the Bollinger Bands, the price close and the Bollinger Band is at least 5 pips. So here you see, guys, we had a signal here, and I will mark it on the chart so it's easier for you. So this was the signal. The price went above, then on the next candle it closed inside Bollinger Band. RSI just crossed 30, so this could have been an entry here. Okay, this is 1 minute, so guys, this is moving very fast. But you don't trade it because the distance is 2 pips to the middle Bollinger and 4.8 pips to lower Bollinger. So you cannot trade it. And of course, you need to see always if you have the room till next support. This is better signal because this candle went up, then closed inside, and at this point, the RSI crossed from above 30, from above 70 to below 70. It's, let's say, 5 pips, so you could actually scalp this. Okay, there is no long setup, another short setup here. Okay, the price went there. At the same time, RSI closed. Okay, and do we have the room? 2 pips, 7 pips. So yeah, we have the room. Stop loss is always in between 5 and 10 pips. I would suggest 5 pips plus the spread. So if the spread is, let's say, 2 pips, then you use 7 pips of a stop loss. Or you can alternatively use 10 pips, always like a fixed stop loss. Okay, guys, so these were like, you see, these were nice scalping examples for short trades. Now for long trades, guys, same thing applies. Price needs to go up below, then close inside Bollinger Band, and RSI needs to cross from below 30 to above 30, so we don't have a signal here. And it should happen at least 1 candle after, not like, or it's ideal that it happens, let's say, almost in the same time. This was the signal here, okay, but let's see, yeah, 8 pips. So this could be a signal to trade also. You see, the markets, yeah, you see, let's say it's close to 10 pips and only 1 pip. So this was not ideal setup. We can scan the markets. I didn't cherry pick anything, so we can actually scan the market. Here, you need to know, guys, for this, you really need to be focused. You see, this was a loss here. You will have a lot of wins and a lot of losses with extreme scalping. You need to be well aware of that. Above, inside, close, candle cross here. You see, this was a good one. Yeah, this was also a good one. This was also a good one. See? So this is okay, guys. If you see this setup, so this candle went below and next candle went inside Bollinger Band. And guys, just on the next candle, or this is okay. Next two candles from a close inside Bollinger Band, RSI should cross. It's good that it happens initially. But if you see this, this is also okay because let's say two is the maximum. After the price closes inside Bollinger Band, two candles after the close, RSI should cross 70 or 30. So this was a good setup. Let's see this setup here. Price went up, then closed inside, but we don't have a close. Yeah, this is okay. RSI here. Close. Yeah, this was a good signal. You see a lot of good signals, guys. But then again, this is very, very, very extreme. So you really need to be very fast. Also, there was not much room here, only 3 pips to next support. So you always need to check if you have the room for your trade. Let's see. I'm trying to scan here and yeah, this also looks like this was a gap. You don't trade gaps with these guys. Yeah, this was a late signal. A late signal. And you can do this with any market. We will move to other market now. We are just watching how it goes on the dollar Swiss C. Yeah, you see there were no signal. And I think this is the signal here. This was the signal here. Yeah, the price outside, then close inside the second candle, and yeah, 7 pips and bang up. So you see, the point is with scalping, you need to have more losses than winners because mostly your stop loss will be between 5 and 10 pips, and you will be taking between 5 and 10 pips. So you need to have you need to do a bigger win to loss ratio with this kind of trading system. So you really need to be demo trading, see which markets are the best, and then try to apply it only on live charts. Other than that, guys, let's see if we could actually trade the Bitcoin, but I'm not sure. I have never tested it with Bitcoin. People trade it like commodity, Bitcoin versus dollar. Okay, this is, you see here, outside, inside close, and the price went up nicely. So yeah, I guess every single market can be traded, but you really need to know what to trade and of course when to trade. It's not, you need to have an active market, moving market for that, and of course something that has some markets have bigger spreads, some lower, and markets that have low spreads. It's very important. It's crucial, guys. You can also backtest the system the way I do and see which markets work for you. But if you're an extreme scalper, you see this was the signal here, and again, good signal. Yeah, we had room here. So yeah, this was good. You need to try this. So if you like this, of course, install it on your platform and practice. If you are successful, guys, if you like to scalp, if you're into this, then this is potentially your way to trade the markets. I will, of course, present you with more scalping trading systems, intraday trading systems, swing trading systems during the course of education. But for extreme scalpers, I think this is a way. At least, guys, try to see how it goes. Maybe you will be successful at it. If you have the time, go for it. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to ask me. We don't use indicators, any other indicator with this system. It's purely Bollinger Band and RSI based. And of course, we need to have momentum and volatility. If you have any comments, just leave the comment below the video and I will reply. I wish you, yeah, thank you, Matt. Matt is saying cheers. Thank you, Matt. I wish you a great trading day, guys. And of course, try this if you're a scalper and tell me your opinion. Cheers, guys. As always, trade safe.